New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Grant Robichaux, age 40, and his girlfriend, Sarissa Riley, age 34, were accused of drugging and assaulting multiple women. The new charges will involve downsizing the case to at least two alleged victims. Julie Garland and Mary Catherine Strickland of the Attorney General's office told Orange County Superior Court Judge Frank Aspino Friday that they intend to file an amended complaint. The new charge would involve two women instead of the previous five. The new complaint would also reportedly modify drug charges in the case to more accurately reflect the allegations. Robichaux is currently charged with assaulting five women, and Riley is charged with three alleged victims. At one time, Robichaux was charged with 7 victims and Riley with 5. Prosecutors have reportedly interviewed at least 13 alleged victims. Earlier, state prosecutors moved on Friday to dismiss several charges against Dr. Grant Robichaux, who starred in an episode of the 2014 Bravo reality show Online Dating Rituals of American Male. Robichaux and his girlfriend, Sarissa Riley, stood accused of multiple assaults in Newport Beach, California. By dismissing the charges against them, prosecutors will concentrate on the 2017 assault charges against the two. The case was also bolstered by new allegations that drugs were used in the assault. The case against the two began 2 years ago, where Robichaux, 40, and Riley, age, were painted as SPs who preyed on vulnerable women. They were accused of drugging women that they met at various Newport Beach venues and then taking them back to their Newport Beach home to assault them. Robichaux was charged with assaulting 7 women and Riley was charged with 5 assaults. They both have pled not guilty and have denied that anything that happened was not consensual. Prosecutors asked to dismiss 10 of the criminal charges involving 6 of Robichaux's 7 victims. The motion indicated that an independent review indicated that some allegations could not be proven beyond reasonable doubt. At that time, prosecutors asked to dismiss 3 firearm enhancements against Robichaux and Riley and to reduce 4 felony charges of drug possession for sale to misdemeanor. On Friday, the judge in the case asked that the state to file a brief explanation explaining why it plans to dismiss certain charges before he makes a decision. If the judge decides to grant the prosecutor's wish, the state will move its focus to an incident that happened back in April 2017. The couple were charged with assault with intent to commit an offense. In that incident, Robichaux allegedly began chatting with a woman on a dating app. They agreed to meet in person at a Newport Beach restaurant, with Riley joining them and posing as a friend. The group later went to a bar and prosecutors alleged that the victims' drinks were drugged. The woman, described as in her 20s, woke up in the couple's home during an assault. She ran to the bathroom and locked herself inside until the morning. Prosecutors claimed that Robichaux and Riley administered drugs in order to engage in intercourse with incapacitated victims. They also allegedly gave the woman cocaine and PCP. Quote, the defendant's actions of facilitating the victim's excessive consumption of alcohol and drugs. Before I forget, I just want to also highlight one specific thing about this picture that you see directly in front of you. One, you have the doctor directly to the right. Notice how he has his hair, done, looking his best, got a brand new nice suit. And notice his girlfriend or wife and how it is that she's acting. She's putting on the tears. She's putting on the crying because she 100% thinks that that is going to help, because that is what they are used to doing at the end of the day. The moment in time that times start getting tough, start getting rough, they don't want to take responsibility or acceptance or acknowledgement for anything that they have caused, any type of harm or pain to anybody else. They want to start crying. That's clear cut what she's doing. She's trying to make it seem like, oh my God, what was me? I didn't know this is what it was. I didn't know he was this type of person. I'm completely innocent in this. I'm being listed in this for completely no reason. He set me up. I 100% didn't know. That's what that is. Like I said, so no matter what people want to sit up there and tell me in America, this is America right here. She's crying tears, knowing the fact that she used, right, what she looks like in order to influence other women, in order to entrap other women to come directly back with her to her home where she knew that her significant other was going to do the things that he did directly to them. Because at the end of the day, she doesn't care. Those tears are to save herself. That's not remorse for the things that she did. So, what you're looking at is the main things that they tried to get Bill Cosby on, right? But yet, these individuals here are still going through the whole process, right? They have 13 women originally that they stated that initially had the allegations, and then they minimized that down to a few. Even though there is evidence, they stated that, well, the other evidence that is being stated or being alleged, right, by the victims, there's not enough to actually constitute and basically view those allegations as actual fact. We would need a lot more evidence to basically show that, these victims were actually victims of, these incidences that took place, right? So now you're dealing with the few that is left. And then on top of dealing with the few that's left, and on top of the fact that they minimize it, they're also trying to minimize the charges and not focus on the past, but focus more so on a recent, present, future. Right. And the reason that they want to do that is because they know at the end of the day that if they focus on something a lot more recent, that there's a little bit more wiggle room, that there's more than likely some type of loopholes that they could more than likely look at this person's story and try to tear some things apart, therefore minimizing, right, the amount of damage that was specifically done to her at that point in time, and therefore alleviating, right, any more sentencing, time and different things that is going to be on the reality TV star and his girlfriend. Said this is where we are at this moment in time. This is why I happen to highlight and talk about a lot of these videos, because 9 times out of 10, when it comes to social media, when it comes to mainstream media news, and also true Americans, they don't want to highlight a lot of these stories. They don't want to talk about the fact that not only is it just their men doing this, but it's also their women side by side with their men, right? Doing this to other women. These are people that got money. They can get any woman directly in the world that they wanted, but they decide that they're going to use certain types of things to influence certain types of behaviors and alleviate the ability of the victims to be able to fight back or to say no. Like I said before, how come this does not get highlighted? And the funny thing is, I talked about this story on the original platform, right? A year or so ago, and I highlighted this story, but yet nobody tried to give this couple the Bill Cosby treatment. Where is the time is up? Where is the Me Too movement? Where is all of these feminist organizations that normally want to advocate and speak on the behalf of women who end up becoming victims of assaults? Where are these women to speak out for these victims, the 13 victims that's there? Where are all of these people to go all over social media and to have book deals and movie deals and to have Gloria Allright, right? You know, representing them in this court case. Where is all of that energy at? Where is all that energy? Because I've never seen it. But yet, when it comes to a black man, right, who is quote unquote said, who is alleged, right, and who was also put in prison when he should not have been, when it comes to a black man supposedly have done this by a multitude of accusers, he's automatically in jail. He's automatically deemed to be the villain, even though there is no actual 100% evidence. But in this case, we have the evidence. This dude is a doctor. We know that he was specifically and 100% giving these women all types of narcotics and more than likely sedatives. We know that his girlfriend or wife was also helping him to talk to these women or to get these women directly back from whatever meeting spot back to their house. But yet, complete silence. So like I said before, this is what it looks like when you have the complexion for the protection versus just being black in America. And this is also what it looks like when America does not really care. They only care if it is assumed or perceived that a black man did something negative. That's the only time realistically that they would care, because if they 100% cared, they would have had this all over the news, all over social media. This dude would have not made it this long at all. All of the victims would have been all over social media. People would have known their names. They would have known their life stories. We would have known about their families. We would have known about everything. But that clearly is not the case at this moment in time. But anyways, that's enough for me talking. Let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.